Tottenham have beaten Man United 1-0 and I'm pissed off. So pissed off about it because we did not need to lose that game. The chances that we created in this game was enough to make us win the game 3-4-1. Maybe 4-2. Garnacho. 2 chances. And nobody's going to talk about the fact that Garnacho's chances and Garnacho's misses is the reason why we lost the game. If that was Zirkzee missing those chances or anyone else missing the chances that Garnacho missed today, people online will be talking about how we lost because certain people can't finish. But because it's Garnacho, the world is going to be quiet. A moment of silence for this guy. He was shocking today. Like, the amount of times I saw Dogu provide an overlap on the left and this guy refused to use him. And cut in constantly. Most people who've seen the 3-5-2 formation at its best, whether it's Sporting, whether it's Bayern Leverkusen, the wing backs provide a lot of the goals. The 10s usually give the ball to the wing backs, they cut it back for the striker, goal. Listen, the fact that this guy refused to use Dorgu so many times shows his lack of IQ, and the fact that he missed the chances he missed fully pissed me off. And we rejected £60 million for this guy. This guy who can't play in the inside 10. He could only play wide. This manager talks about how he needs an inside 10, but keeps playing Garnacho. And Garnacho just keeps playing wide. It's like he doesn't play the position you want him to play. He's hogging the touchline that Dorgu needs to play on. And then there's Rasmus Hojlund, who actually started the game well. Rasmus started the game well, had a few shots off, got a few shots off, but died, not just because of himself, but because the midfield wasn't giving him the ball. CASEMIRO and Bruno. Shocking today. Both of them. CASEMIRO tried his best. His first game back for a while. He hasn't played for a while, so we must keep that into consideration as well when we're assessing him. However, he wasn't that good today. On the ball, he was okay. Few misplaced passes. But as usual, we can see that he's better in a low block. He's better in a low block because he's not the most mobile at this stage in his career. That is clear. Bruno gave the ball away way too much. So many times I saw the guy spam the ball and hoof the ball and blast the ball right in front of a player that's literally standing a yard from him. This guy is, I say it again, he is a Tourette's footballer. And I'm not even trying to take the mickey out of people in Tourette's. I'm using it as a metaphor. It's objectively, this guy will play nice and then spasm. He will do something crazy like hoof the ball in the air. Do something mad like blast the ball in front, like in someone's face who's only standing a yard from him. We can't have a player like that, play in a double pivot. We cannot have a player who can't dribble, can't move, can't drop a shoulder, play in that double pivot. We cannot. That double pivot wasn't good today. Zirkzee, listen, of all the guys on the pitch today, Zirkzee was the only one I thought that when he had the ball, something could happen. Usually it's Ahmad for us. Today it was Zirkzee. He was the only one who offered something, and he wasn't even that great today himself. But at least when he was on the ball, he showed a bit of quality every now and again. You know, he made a bit of space. And he showed a bit of pace as well. He's deceptively quick on the ball. Deceptively. The wing-backs today, Dalot did Dalot things. Dalot, I don't want to see Dalot play wing-back on the left. And we didn't get it. We got Dorgu on the left. And Dorgu played good today. Dorgu showed us why we need wing-backs. And if we continue to understand the purpose of the wing-backs in the system and we utilize wing-backs properly, we will be dangerous. We will be dangerous. Listen, it's not like Dalot didn't provide width or didn't do anything. It's just that when he has the chance to do something, it's usually underwhelming. And I need my wing-backs now to be able to beat a man. Dalot can't beat a man. Dorgu can. Dalot is not the greatest dribbler. Dorgu can dribble. So what's actually demanded of you in the wing-back position, as we know, is different than the full-back position. There's 2 different roles. And I know that Dalot is a good full-back. He's not a good wing-back. And even on the right, And I think Dallo should only play on the right because he's right-footed. But even on the right, yeah, he doesn't offer enough for me. Mazraoui, I'm not gonna lie, yeah. Whether you can argue it was also because of Dallo as well, but Mazraoui got spun so many times by Spence, man. I couldn't believe how many times I saw Mazraoui just on the floor on his bum. And as much as we were like happy that we got Mazraoui, because Mazraoui on a technical level, as a footballer, he's one of the best technical footballers we have. We're now starting to see that on a athletic level in the Premier League, he's getting bent out. He's getting spun. He's getting run down, chased down, blown out. Pause. Like he's like wingers are moving to him. This is not the first time we've seen it against Southampton. That Southampton winger destroyed him. So technically, on a footballing level, especially if we are having the ball a lot, great. But on a counter against quick wing backs, Mazraoui's on his ass a lot, and we have to call it out. We have to call it out. Ligt had a decent game today. A few passes astray, but other than that, I didn't really see he did too much wrong. Maguire's one of those guys where he played okay today, but if he had a better game, what I want from Maguire as the one defender doesn't really mark anybody, because we play in the back three, sometimes a back five, and often Maguire's not marking anybody. And when we have the ball, I kind of want that defender, that Maguire defender, that sole sort of centre back, to step forward, or at least the guys beside him to step in and step up. I don't want all three of them to be standing in the line, just passing the ball to each other, passing the ball to each other, passing the ball to each other. We need to create dynamics. We need to create passing lanes vertically. So I still need Maguire to do more. All in all, the first half, we created chances to score. And the second half, we created chances to score. And you can argue that the match could have ended 3 or 4-1. We were losing for the whole game. And this is what brings me to the manager now. We were losing for the whole game. And the manager does not make a change until the 91st minute and brings on Obi Martin. Why? Every game that goes by, every game we lose, the manager does something or does things that makes me no longer push those things to the side. Because before, you push those things to the side and say, do you know what? He's new to the league. He's finding out the plays, so on and so forth. But as time goes on, I can no longer start pushing these things to the side, and I need to look at what the manager is doing, because a lot of these games we're losing, and we're losing because the manager is not picking the right team as well. I think the manager has bottled an opportunity to affect the game, or make a hero of one of the young G's, one of the young players. Bring them on for Rasmus Hojlund, because Rasmus Hojlund was offering nothing. After the first 20 minutes, he didn't do anything at Hojlund. You could have taken Hojlund off after 70 minutes and brought on Obi Mikel. I think the manager missed an opportunity there. He really did. Disappointing. Very disappointing game today. And as somebody said in the chat, I think this manager has saved Angie's job. Our manager has done it. So, I don't know, man. Like I said, I want this manager to succeed at this club. I really do. But I'm now starting to see things that he does that directly negatively impacts the team and impacts the game. And I need him to start doing the right things, starting the right plays, making the right decisions, making the right substitutions, profiling the players right. I need him to start to understand the players that he has and knowing where they should play. And if you have to use the youth, use some of the youth. If you use the youth, right, I reckon the fans will have a bit more patience with you. Like, so maybe do that. Anyway, I think Pence for Tottenham, yeah, I understand why he was the man in the match. He tore Mazraoui a new arsehole. Pause. This pause culture is long. It's long. But yeah, he did that. So yeah. For us, from my perspective, Zirkzee, was United's man of the match, and we need to see more of Zirkzee. We do. It's not about. It's not all about. I'm trying to understand. Maybe the manager likes pace and power, so he thinks he has to play Rasmus Hojlund, but it's not just about pace and power, man. Play Zirkzee more often. We play better with Zirkzee. Anyway, guys, let me know what you guys thought of the game. This manager he's under pressure. He's under pressure. Like I said, from my perspective, United should not be finishing in the bottom half of the table. Definitely shouldn't be finishing lower than 15th or anywhere near that position. But I believe that Ineos, the guys higher up, they've given him some sort of free pass this season. Because they didn't back him in January. They didn't give him any plays in January apart from Dogu. So they must have in their heads that, you know what? Cool. We'll wait till the summer. We'll wait till the summer. The point is, or the thing is, the fans are going to remember this season. And this season, he's been the manager for about 75% of the season. And the players are going to remember this. This is muscle memory and just memory. So you can't just go, new season, let's start playing well. Like, this will bleed into next season. It will. Just like Liverpool's great end to last season bled into the great start of this season. It bleeds in. It bleeds in. It's not a click of a finger thing. So it is what it is. I think the manager... I see a lot of people who want the manager out. I don't think he's going anywhere. But I think he's under pressure now. He's under pressure now. Anyway, that's my match reaction, guys. Let me know who you guys thought of the man, who was the man of the match. Comment below as usual, and I'll see you guys next time.